Hey y'all, welcome to another beautiful episode of the Mobile Home Park Brokers Tips and Tricks podcast. As always, this episode is brought to you by the Community Price Maximizer. Y'all have heard it a zillion times from me. It is our proprietary system that will guarantee you a higher price when you exclusively list with us. Give us a call, 678-932-0200. And today, I'm actually pretty excited about this. We're doing another state of the industry of what has happened over the last year of 2023. As you know, interest rates have been skyrocketing is really the word for it, and going a little crazy. That has not really stopped what we have seen as a company as far as volume on 80% of the market, which is sub 60 units and below. We still see a lot of movement in that. The bigger parks have basically frozen because when you buy in the bigger deals, you're really just trading paper. But circling back to the state of the industry, a lot of stuff we digged up. We've got the rent comps, the sales comps, who the portfolio owners are, how many deals actually traded in each state. We only did it for the Southeast for the PDFs that we have available for free for y'all, but we actually have that data for 36 different states. If you want an offer on your community, I can tell you what deals are trading for and who's actually buying, and also who is financing it. We've just crested a new skill set here at the MHP Broker of sourcing debt for communities, and have been able to find a lot of great lenders that are in credit unions, also brokers that we team up with occasionally to finance all these deals out there for y'all. So a lot of really cool stuff has been happening, and really we've had to do that because the smaller deals are tougher to get financed. But here at the MHP Broker, we've identified in the 36 states who is lending on all the deals and who will potentially lend on all the deals. So if you have a park, that data is very important because there's a lower probability that we'll actually come and ask you to carry financing on any of your deals that you have. We typically can source some pretty competitive debt to eliminate the owner financing. That's not to say there hasn't been a lot of owner financing over the last 12 months. There has been a lot of creativity and whatnot. A lot of sellers have had to be a little flexible. But typically it's like a 3-year term. Interest rates are what they used to be, is what sellers are offering in order to be able to get their price. Because as you know, you're able to either buy or sell on price or terms. Those are the two variables that are what make the best deal possible. So if you're a buyer, you want the best price and the best terms, and vice versa with sellers, same thing, just the other end of the spectrum, right? So circling back to what we've been providing, I mentioned all the different data points for each state, the 36 states that we're in. But like I said, we're just doing the Southeast. We're also teamed up with MHI, and they have done a great job at compiling all the different data points that are available from the Fed, from Zillow, from the Census Bureau, from Rent.com. It's a lot of good data. So I'll give them all the credit for compiling it and all the different vendors they use to source it in our PDF that we'll be providing for y'all. And finally, the last thing we'll be talking about is what's been happening legally. Legally, it's actually been pretty quiet the last 12 months. Looking at all the bills, I think everybody's just focused on the election that's happening this year. So I just don't see too much happening like I did last year for manufactured housing, other than just kind of like what's, there's some administrative stuff that I've saw, and it's all in the PDFs that you guys will take a look at. And it goes into it a little bit, but we provide a little summary on what's been going on and kind of give it to you, a nice little pretty pink bow. So that is pretty much wraps up what we're going to be talking about. I am here if y'all would like to talk about macro stuff for the industry. I've got my hands in a lot of different things when it comes to manufactured housing, park owner, broker. I know a lot about licensed law, but that doesn't really do anybody good. But other than the agency, and I've also got some other stuff we're working on that regards to an app for mobile homes. So a lot of good stuff, a lot of good things that we're working on. Happy to chat with you all about debt. Happy to chat with you about what we're seeing as far as the market, and try as add as much value as I can to y'all in all the different things you're doing in the industry, and take it from there. So if you want to give me a shout, my number, as you may know or may not know, is 678-932-0200, 678-932-0200, or email me at info@themhpbroker.com. Again, that's info@themhpbroker.com. And as always, y'all, we always got to keep moving forward. So I appreciate you listening. Be well, and good luck this year in 2024.